welcome to another episode of Shooting
the Shit with Rachel
and Neal Young. So we're talking all things real estate photography business growth, mindset, and getting it done. Here come your favorite true entrepreneurs, Rachel and Neal Young, shooting the shit.
I have a ferret on the podcast. Like if we're kind of in a slump, like what kind of things do you do?
Talking about a boob light.
Straddling a power line.
Nice photo.
Ooh, I need that.
I'm like red right now because I'm embarrassed. I go like this. I love it.
Come in.
Sure, use your podcast voice.
You know, over here, I'm kidding out.
Drone's like flipping to the ground.
That's a great callback.
Chit-chatting.
Is that what you call that? Hey!
Rach, who do you love?
HD Photo Hub.
Today's episode is brought to you by HD Photo Hub.
The platform real estate photographers trust.
And so do we, because Rach and I both use it on a daily basis. Check it out. Hey, we're back, and today we've got a fun episode. We're trying to keep you on top of kind of some of the stuff that's happening with AI. We don't know it all because there's literally so much happening with AI. It is insane, but I'm trying to do my due diligence, and Rachel's trying to do her due diligence to kind of learn about this stuff because there's so much helpful stuff that's going to save us all time, and amazing things are happening. So some cool features about AI today that could be helpful in your business.
Yes, lots of different softwares out there to make things easier in our lives, and there's just more coming out every day. So
Daily.
AI is here to stay. It's not going anywhere. So time to jump on the wagon, embrace it. Let it help you. I mean, honestly, it saved me so much time. It's absolutely insane. ChatGPT is like a high school cheater kid's dream.
Oh my gosh, can you imagine?
You know, I hated writing in high school, like not my strong suit at all, right? And today, Casey and I we're working with, I have some new mentors. I'm doing a lot of content strategy and stuff. Like you and I worked on some of it together. And Casey and I were working on our point of view statement today, which is a whole thing. We won't get into that now. But anyways, we were trying to do it on our own. And I was like, Casey, let's just write down notes and let's copy and paste. Literally took the whole, like they gave us questions and then they gave us examples of other people's point of view statements. And then I wrote out a bullet points answering all the questions. And I said, here are the bullet points. Here's examples of a point of view statement. Please write mine in the same, like, structure as these examples. And it popped it out. And I was like, well, that's great. And she was like, why didn't we think of this sooner? I'm like, I know, right? I mean, we've used it previously, but today we were just kind of chugging along, trying to do it ourselves at first. And then we're like, duh. And it just made me think of like, I cheated my way through middle school and high school. Like I hated school. I couldn't see anything. I needed glasses and contacts and I never wore them. I don't know why. I couldn't even see the big E on the eye chart. So I couldn't see the board. I was always looking at someone's paper to take notes. Anyways, I didn't care about school. It was not important to me. Luckily I passed and went to college, but I hated writing. So I would cheat as much as possible to get through. And I was like, dude, this is just like, this reminds me of cheating in high school. Cause I was like, okay, just give me the answer and then I'll just tweak it to sound more like me. And that's exactly what you do with ChatGPT.
Yeah. I have a tip for you guys about this too. But the interesting thing is that for that same reason, of course, your teachers were trying to figure out if you just copied somebody else's paper, right? And I actually almost got kicked out of college. The one time I cheated, two times I cheated in my life. Once was in first grade. Two cute girls convinced me that it was so easy to cheat on the spelling. Just write it on a piece of paper, have it in your desk. Got caught first time.
Oh, Neal.
Second time, I never cheated again until in college. I had a horrible class, and the final paper was just like this ridiculous thing. It was for astronomy class. I took it because I thought it'd be interesting and fun, and it was not. It was the worst class ever. So I submitted my buddy's paper, and I just changed a few things. But he had at that time a way to scan through for similarities, and found all the people and basically failed them on after they handed in their final test. So it's like, really, dude, you could at least fail me before I study for your test. That's messed up.
That
But anyway, this is happening now with AI. You should be aware that your content, if you're writing all your blog posts with AI and stuff like that, just know that we're starting to flag content as AI as being less valuable than something that was actually custom written by a human being. So there's also now
our first software. Tell them about the software. Tell them, go.
So
I'm sure you were going to get there. I just
that's where
I'll shut up.
So the software, the new software basically is helping you cheat still. making it look more human than AI, so that hopefully it won't get flagged as less valuable by, Google and all those kinds of things that are out there. So this one is called Humanize. So basically, supposedly you won't be detected as being AI. And basically you write your article with AI and then you throw it through this thing and it'll kind of rewrite it to be more human. So that's interesting.
Cool. I love that one. That one's awesome. I did hear that too, that Google was flagging they were going to start like deprioritize, same thing you just said. And I was like, oh, shoot, because they're so easy. Like, we should talk about the one that creates blog posts for you that you just told me about from video. What's that one called?
Oh, sure. So if you've made any videos and put them on YouTube and stuff like that, so there's something called allwrite.ai, which is spelled like writing. It'll take your YouTube video and it'll convert it into a blog post. So, I mean, that would save you so much time, right? Do the video and then just, because that's how I'd rather work. I'd rather just talk about it like we're doing and then just make this into a blog post. Totally. It summarizes that and makes a cool post for you.
Yeah, and then it would actually it might sound like you more too, because it is your real thoughts and your real personality coming through in that content. Now, to take it a step further, if you're interested in this, you can put it through Rank IQ, which is a software. You submit your blog post and it rates it from an A+ to an F. And it's rating it based on the topic, the length, and the keywords. So it tells you exactly the length it should be to be optimized, and then the keywords. It gives you a whole list of keywords over on the right-hand side that you should use in there. And it tells you which ones are used and which ones are not used. And when you add it in, it automatically updates your score. So like I did one and I got like a B+. And I was like, oh, that's pretty good, but let's get this up to an A+, right? So I went over to the right and found the list of keywords and just started adding them in. As I'm typing, I'm just adding them in. I added in 5 or 6 keywords and it got me up to an A. So, and then we take that blog post and now it's optimized for SEO and it's going to rank higher and help your business more.
I like it.
Yeah, that's Rank IQ.
Opus, if you have any long format content, again, like a YouTube video, you can use Opus and it'll pull clips from that. Like if you did a podcast or anything like that, it'll pull shorter clips for it so you can get a whole bunch of shorts for posting to social media. So
do you know how much that one is?
I do not know.
Okay. Yeah, Rank IQ is like 50. They're all like $50 a month, which is like doesn't sound like a lot.
All these things,
they add up. I'm like, dang it. I mean, I guess it depends on how much you use it. I guess if we got Rank IQ and just busted out a year's worth of blogs in a month, it would only cost $50. That'd be good. We're not that organized yet. Working on that. But maybe there's an AI tool out there that can help me get more organized.
Yeah, I'm sure there is.
There is. We'll talk about that next. Okay. Moving on to the next. Descript is another AI tool that you can use. It is a recording platform. So we record our podcast on Zoom, and it just records one audio file, one video file. They're not separate. There's like, I think it's Riverside is another recording software. I believe Upmarket uses Riverside, and that records 2 separate audio files, 2 separate video files. So like if Neal's audio cuts out or something, or we talk over each other, we can mute one and put the other one up. Anyway, so you have a lot more like flexibility and the quality is better. We just don't want to pay a monthly fee. We're like, Zoom is good enough. Our YouTube following is very limited. So we just do this, which is fine. But another one, which we've used this before, is Descript. And it records 2 separate files, like I was saying, and it automatically backs up to their cloud or whatever, and you can save it on your computer. And then the cool thing with this one is it transcribes the video. So as you're editing the podcast, there's this transcription over to your left called the text, and you can literally just delete a sentence out of the text transcription, and it will cut the video for you. So you don't have to take it into Premiere or iMovie and chop it up. You just keep it within the software and you can edit by just deleting the text. That you can also do that in CapCut, which I just found, which is incredible. It's such an easy way to edit because you're just listening to it and you're following along as you're reading. You're like, oh, cut that sentence out, cut out the cut out the like. It's done. Yeah, it's so much quicker.
That's nice. That's slick.
Yeah. And apparently I haven't tried this one, but if you're looking off camera, let's say, because I always look at my computer when I'm recording the podcast because I'm looking at Neal and my camera is straight ahead of me. So very seldom do I look straight into the camera, but there is AI software that will make, if you are looking off camera, it will make you look towards the camera.
Yeah. Redirects your eyes.
Yeah. Weird. I haven't tried it yet, but That would be, and you can fill in words too, I'm pretty sure, with AI. So like if you misspoke a word or something, it'll take your voice and you can add it in. So that one does a lot of cool things. And then it'll also cut the videos vertically for you and stack them on top of each other. You can add a title, it adds captions. There's different fonts and branding in there. I mean, it's pretty robust what it can do. And that one I believe was $50 a month as well. We just canceled it because we weren't. Honestly, it was in beta when I was trying to use it a few months ago and it was a little clunky. And I just decided, let's just go. You wasn't using it enough. Casey she edits our podcast and she was like, I like it. It's nice, but it's a little buggy right now. So it just needs some time to develop.
Yeah,
but
I feel like
think
I've
it'll get
played with
there.
a few things and they're all like really close. You're like,
Yeah.
okay, I can see where this is going. It's
Yes.
gonna get there before you know it. So
Yeah. And I don't write them off. Like when that happens, I think, they're in beta. They said we're in beta, which means they're in the testing phase. They're still working through things. And I will come back and check them out again in the future because I really did like what they had. Like it was cool. So I think in a few months, you check back and maybe they'll have everything cleaned up and ready to go.
And if you think you're getting away with just not touching AI, you're like, I'm never going to use AI. You don't even realize that it's already being used in everything that you're doing. Like I had an agent just tell me, she was like, oh yeah, I was in Canva, or I forget if it was Canva or CapCut, I forget. But she's like, yeah, I was trying to edit this video and I kept editing, doing the same thing over and over. She keep having to like, maybe she was cutting out the gaps in between, the dead space in between stuff to keep the pace up in her video or something like that. And then an AI like chatbot popped up, an AI assistant was like, hey, just so you know, I've noticed you keep doing this, but there's a easier way if you just use this tool. And so basically she was like, what? And told her how to do it way faster and she didn't have to do that again. So you didn't even ask for it and you're getting AI. So
That's amazing. That's amazing. Yeah. And something too, you might not realize, like I just kind of Google search some ideas for this podcast to see what else is out there, that I could tell you guys about. And one of them for floor plan generation is Kubicasa and Matterport. So Kubicasa automatically creates detailed floor plans from uploaded property images or scans. And Matterport AI processes 3D scans into interactive floor plans and immersive virtual tours. So we're using it already on a day-to-day basis, really. So Photoshop also and Lightroom have a ton of AI-powered tools and features that a lot of us have obviously already stumbled upon and are using. There are tools like content aware fill, AI masking, and noise reduction that helps kind of perfect your images. There's also in Lightroom, there are presets now where you can go in and do face retouching, which used to take me 5 to 10 minutes per image to whiten teeth, whiten eyes, smooth skin, what else? Whiten teeth. I already said that. Anyways, it does so much so quick by just the press of a button. You can remove objects, which is awesome. Sky replacement is available now. I mean, there's just so many things within there that just make everything so much easier. Removing power lines, there's like a really quick way to do that now. You can even do virtual staging from within Photoshop. And that one is called, what's that called now?
I think it's ps.ai, if I'm not mistaken. I
Yeah,
was trying to look for it, but
I don't have it written down in the right spot where it's supposed to be. It was Adobe ps.ai.
Adobe.
Yes,
I think that's
what it was.
yeah.
Oh, it's under the virtual staging section. Okay, sorry. Yeah. Anyways, there's also remove.bg and cleanup.pictures are two different softwares you can use for background removal and quick object cleanups. So I haven't used those, but interesting to look into those. They're probably $50 a month. Right?
And if you really want to go down the super creative photography realm, maybe for unique posts and stuff, or maybe educating about AI, check out Midjourney for, creating totally custom, unique artwork. It's kind of cool. Play around with it. You're going to be amazed how cool it is. Another cool one is behuman.ai, which is just a B then human, so no E. And that one is the same way that you can, send out mass emails and it'll change the to Bob, or, say, hey, Bob, or hey, Andrea, without you having to type that out every time. Now you can do that for video content with Be Human. So it'll personalize the video intro. So you could say, hey, Gary, and it looks like you're saying that automatically. So then the rest of your video is just generic, but it feels like you're talking directly to them. So that's pretty slick.
I need that.
Yeah. That one for marketing, that's amazing.
Oh my gosh, that'd be great for my newsletter Because
Yeah.
they send a newsletter, it says, hey, so-and-so, what if the video that plays within the newsletter is now customized to them? That's slick.
Yeah. Rach, I'm sorry, I got to interject. Okay, I got to give everybody a little tip, little trick that's been working really well with me with the marketing kit from HD Photo Hub. I use it as a little treat with any new client to kind of just put it right over the top. Like this is a little like customer service finesse. I get a new client, they do the shoot and everything with us, and then when I go to send the completed order to them, I have it set up as a template email already, and it says, hey, thanks so much for using our services. As a little bonus, I also am including the marketing kit, just so you know in the future, it's normally $50 to add this, but I just want to say thank you so much. And I want to let you know that this includes a dedicated website to your property, printable flyers, social media templates, a video slideshow, and it's going to have your face all over it, and it's going to be great for you, and you can use it on your next booking appointment to win more listings, so that we hopefully are working with you again soon. And so I throw that right in there, and it's just like the piece de resistance. And they're like, what? Who are these people? They're fantastic. And we just got this cool thing. And guess what? They're hooked on it next time. Next time they buy the marketing kit, and I get a free little bump, a little extra money with no extra work. So I love
that's freaking genius. I think I might start doing that because I don't do that currently. That's a great incentive. I've had a lot of clients call and they're like, oh, do you do like a new client discount? And I used to, but now I don't. Yeah, I think that would be a really good thing to do instead of saying, oh yeah, we give you a discount. No, you get a free property website and marketing kit with your first
give you
order.
a bump.
Yeah.
You make more money. Yeah, and it just costs a little bit to add that on there. So it's and it's just like, yeah, nice finesse.
So if you want to try out the property website and marketing kit for yourself, you can put in promo code STS, as in shooting the shit, over on HD Photo Hub, and they will give you 50 free credits, which equates to about 3 property websites and marketing kits that you can test out and send to your clients and see their reaction for yourself. Okay, let's go back to the podcast.
And then for video, if you want to create an AI generated video, which is really crazy, Runway's a big one. Google just came out with a whole bunch of new stuff, which is apparently going to be the best, but it's still, a lot of it sounds like it's still beta and stuff, but it sounds insane. And then there's also Synthesia, which is Synthesia. One of the cool things about Synthesia, you can type in text and it can create a video from that text. So maybe you don't want to be on camera. You can just create a video this way. You don't need to film yourself at all. And another thing that it will do is it'll do your own AI likeness of yourself. So it's you talking with Synthesia. So custom avatar is the terminology. So that's pretty slick. That's pretty cool. And you basically basically they recommend you start by talking like, I am just an avatar. So I don't think it's actually you, but it kind of can replace you, and you can use a lot of this stuff for like support things. And I don't know, the uses are kind of endless, but it's getting crazy what you can do with this stuff.
That's amazing. That's so cool.
Yeah. Oh, also they can also convert your video. Synthesia, I believe, does this. Convert your video so that it looks like you're speaking a different language.
What?
So your video could be listened to in Japan.
I need like just 3 weeks off so I can just play in Synthesia every day.
Oh my gosh. But the thing is too, it's like in 3 more weeks, it's all going to be version 6.
I know. Like, how do I keep up? It's so
crazy.
Overwhelming, isn't it? When you think about it, it's like, oh, I want to do, even after PMRE, I'm like, I want to implement this, and this.
So much.
And we've been working on implementing this, and this since November 14th when we were there. And it is now a month later. I can't even believe it's already been a month. And I'm like, we've gotten a lot done, honestly, in a month, but it's crazy.
There's so much to do. It's a lot.
Yeah.
And everything's changing. There are new laws coming into play. They're like writing new laws about AI and all this content that's going to be coming out, that it's because the concern is differentiating between real and fake, and also like actors and stuff like that, making sure that they're not being replicated and not getting compensated for their likeness being used in some kind of ad that they never were in. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's wild.
So really interesting.
So the next one I want to talk about is for social media. So if you want to record reels, but you need a teleprompter, this one is cool. It's called Big View TV. And you can basically have a teleprompter on your phone as you're recording yourself at the same time. So as you're recording it, just, you
Yep.
can read your screen. And I don't know. I mean, I've never tried that, but I'm wondering if you can tell. I'm assuming the text is going to be higher up, so it looks like you're looking into the camera.
Yeah.
But
I think it's better, honestly, than when I bought a teleprompter just a couple of years ago for a client that wanted a teleprompter. And the difficulty is you have to have that lens close to where they're looking for the text. Otherwise, it looks like they're reading, and you don't want to look like you're reading. But I think since your phone is such a small device, I think it's still going to look pretty good. Your eyes should be pretty close, much better than when I look down here versus my camera here. You can see the difference if you're watching YouTube. I'm looking down at my script right now, and now I'm looking at the actual camera. There's a big difference there. So you could tell if I was reading, but I think it's probably pretty good. And for somebody some people are just better reading. Most people are not. Most people are better to memorize and go that way. But if you're not good at that and you just happen to be gifted at reading, then this might be a great tool for you. For me, it wouldn't be good for me because I'm not good at reading. Yeah, so it wouldn't sound genuine. I'd sound like a robot.
Yeah, makes sense. All right. Next up is writing copyright and descriptions. So ChatGPT or Claude. Neal uses Claude. I use ChatGPT.
Yep.
And I mean, there's endless things you can do with ChatGPT, you guys. We are going to do a whole episode on ChatGPT. We're probably going to do a couple courses on ChatGPT to help you write out better captions, help you create your mission statements for your business, help come up with a content strategy, help you come up with content ideas. I mean, there are so many ways that you can utilize this. You can literally learn anything that you want through ChatGPT. You can ask it to create you a curriculum for anything and it will teach you. It's insane. Anything you want to know is honestly available at your fingertips. It's just a matter of how do you prompt it? How do you get what you want out of it? So knowing those prompts is the kind of tricky part. So ChatGPT has been a game changer for me. I can crank out content so much quicker now with being able to write captions. Like I said, I hate writing. So this has been great. I love it. How about you? How's Claude changed your life?
Well, I do find it simplifies what I would normally do with a Google search. Because like this is how I kind of compare it. If I do a Google search, I'm then going to get like 20 pages, and a lot of it's going to be ads and junk. And I'm still filtering through to find the content and clicking on a couple articles. When I do Claude already searched all that stuff and broke it down and pulled out the best parts and summarized it for me. So I feel like it's a couple steps faster. One feature I do want to tell you about here too is one downside though is every now and again I'll ask it about something that is too current and it doesn't have the data to give me information. So it tells me, sorry, my information stopped at this date, so I can't help you with that. But if you run into that, there is another thing I want to tell you, this Chrome plugin, Web Chat GPT, and that you can use for any more current information to run information off of that. So kind of a way around it. I haven't played around with it a lot, but apparently it works. And that might be cool for like if you want to do a report on a market update, like about the market in the last 6 months or something like that, where ChatGPT is going to tell you it doesn't have that data. Yep.
All right, we're going to wrap this up here pretty quickly, but let's talk about Motion, which is a task management system. It helps you. It's basically a to-do list that you put in, and it automatically assigns it into your calendar around all your other tasks. And the best thing about this is you put in the priority, you put in how long the task is going to take you, and then it just schedules it in and around all of your current schedule. And when, let's say, your 3 o'clock slot got booked up, right, with a shoot, it'll reprioritize and reorganize all of your to-dos on your calendar. So for me, when I use this, I get so much done, like so much done, because I'll just wake up in the morning, I'll look at my phone. In Motion, I have to do all these tasks starting from an 8:30 to 9. I need to work on my point of view statement. From 9 to 10, I need to work on that blog post, right? From 10 to 11, I'm creating content for shooting the shit. Like that. And then it's like if I do those 3 things, it's like, wow, that was easy. I'm done. And I didn't even have to think about it. It's just with my ADD brain, it's just easier to have someone tell me how to do it. And that's what it does. It's great. It also replaces Calendly, which I haven't figured that out yet. And you can have like teams in there to work on projects, bigger projects together. So it has more robust features than what I'm using it for, but just the to-do list being organized is a game changer for me. Another one I use is ClickUp. ClickUp is a project management software. It's where I organize all of our social media content and all the tasks for my admins, my virtual assistants, and myself. So, and there's a lot of AI capabilities within there as well. And then Zoom meetings, there's also a meeting assistant, AI meeting assistant within Zoom that will take notes for you while you're on a Zoom call. So if you have calls with meetings or meetings with clients and stuff and you want to have a note taker, you can enable that AI feature and it'll take notes for you, which I think is so cool.
Yeah. And then lastly, I would say in Canva, they also have an image generator in Canva. So if you want, if you can't think of or can't find something that meets what you're hoping to post about, like maybe you want to do a post about, the dark side of being a real estate photographer, you could type in like real estate photographer and the devil, and some kind of artwork is going to pop up based on the prompts that you put in right in Canva. And then you can use that to add text on top of it or whatever you want to do. So it's kind of awesome. You've got unlimited content that you could make with an image generator right in Canva even.
That's so cool. So cool.
Yeah.
I love that. Yeah. So there's lots of options out there. As we just touched on them, there are hundreds, if not thousands, if not millions of AI softwares out there, and there are soon to be more. So if you haven't implemented any of this AI into your business, I would recommend just starting with one and then slowly introducing more of them into your business to help streamline things. It'll save you so much time.
Yeah. Cool. We'll see you on the next one, guys.
Yeah. Bye. Enjoy your week.
Bye.